Hello everyone! Today I'm going to do something a little bit different and share with you my favorite new launches of 2016. So I have been trying tons of new products because in the beginning of the year, a lot of new launches and reformulations and brand new products roll out. So I've been really excited and quite busy, obviously. But I'm going to start with some favorites because I know a lot of you have been asking what kind of night cream I use, what kind of mascara I'm using. I discovered eyelash extensions, which has made my 2016 already off to a good start. I kind of resisted it in the beginning, but I'm absolutely loving them. They are a little bit more maintenance than I expected, but that's okay because it's my fault that I sleep on one side of my face and smush my eyes. But I can already see that 2016 is going to be an incredible beauty year. Products at price points lower than luxury are just as incredible. So anyway, I have so much to share with you. Let's get started with my top pick of 2016. This is my new secret nighttime skincare weapon, the Lancome Visionnaire Nuit, and this is my favorite new night cream. Last year I was obsessed with oils. It was the first time that I experienced dry skin, and oils felt like they were the only solution to my problems. However, this Visionnaire Nuit nighttime moisturizer is probably one of the best that I used in the last few years. I actually like it better than some of the 4 or 5 times more expensive moisturizers that I've tried in the past, and the reason is because of the gel in oil technology. It's a replacement for the Genifique nighttime moisturizer that I used to use about 4 to 5 years ago. Actually, some of you have left comments asking me about it because it's been discontinued, and a lot of you wanted to know what's affordable, what's around the $100 range that you can replace your Genifique nighttime moisturizer with, and I think this is the perfect option for you. I actually let Tammy, my best friends Tammy and Shirley, try it. They are huge fans of the Visionnaire serum, and now they're already converted because they think it's so amazing. I think the reason why my girlfriends and I love this so much is that because we don't really get that much sleep, and if you don't get much sleep, you really look tired the next morning. Your skin starts to sag, especially because we're starting to hit our late 20s. It definitely makes a difference if you don't drink enough water and if you don't get enough sleep. So this makes you look like you had a full rest, a full 8 hours, because it makes your skin look smooth and plump. My skin has been so dry, it's ridiculous. Even though it's sunny in Southern California, it's really cold and kind of windy, so my skin's had not windburn, but it definitely feels dehydrated. So when I put this on after washing my face at night, I feel like my skin is immediately more calm, it's more moisturized, and it just feels so supple. As I age, I'm turning 27 this year, but I definitely notice a difference in the elasticity of my skin. Even though I am very good and very diligent with my skincare, the effects of gravity are really starting to show. So I've been a lot more paranoid about making sure that my skin is properly hydrated and moisturized, and the Visionnaire Nuit has been making a huge difference in my skincare routine. Plus, you can use this as a sleeping mask. Just put an extra generous amount on and you'll see a huge difference in the morning. I know a lot of you guys don't like super heavy night creams. I totally agree. I don't want to waste the extra 10 seconds or so warming up a product in my hands. I just want to put it on right away and go to sleep. So this is great because it actually feels like a gel. It's quite fresh, but it sinks into the skin and it feels like I'm using a hydrating facial oil. I'm obsessed with oil still, but at the end of the day, if I can combine it like this and not have to wait for the oil to sink in before I put on my moisturizer, then I think it makes a huge difference in how I feel about getting ready for bed. It just becomes a more pleasant experience and a quicker one too. So I highly, highly, highly recommend the Visionnaire Nuit. As many of you know, I have been a huge fan of the Visionnaire line ever since it launched, and I'm raving about this Visionnaire Nuit because it is that good, I promise. Now for a makeup primer that wasn't even on my radar. This is something that really surprised me, and I've just been head over heels for it because, as most of you know, I'm not much of a primer user. I think primers are nice, but if I don't have time, it's the first thing that I cut out of my morning routine. So this is the Giorgio Armani Maestro UV Skin Defense Primer. It also has an SPF of 50, which is PA++. It's a very good sunscreen protection for a makeup product. However, I still of course recommend that you wear a separate sunscreen underneath always and reapply if you can. However, this is an amazing primer. It feels weightless, it absorbs really well, it doesn't leave any white cast like a traditional sunscreen would. Granted, this is a primer and not a sunscreen, but I do think it's something to keep in mind because some primers tend to have that really heavy chalky residue if they do contain sunscreen. I was a little concerned because the Maestro foundation does tend to accentuate my dry patches. This UV primer, rest assured, does not. My skin is extra dry these days. It's not even normal to dry right now. It is just dry and dehydrated. So I love this primer. I feel like it has a very thin texture, almost like a toner, but I think what I love about it is that my skin looks like skin. There's no greasiness, there's no heavy silicone, it doesn't feel like it's clogging up my pores. You do have to remember to shake it before use, but other than that, I think it's fabulous. Now, I don't know how it will perform on oily skin just yet, but I'm gonna ask a couple of my girlfriends to try it and ask them for their feedback. For now, this is my favorite new primer. It's unlike any makeup primer I've ever tried, and I'm wearing the Luminous Silk foundation on top of it. I've tried it along with the Holasu cushion that I love, as well as a couple others like the Natasha Denona. I might even try mixing this primer with the Natasha Denona foundation since it is a little on the heavy side. So we'll see. I'll keep you guys updated, but for now, this is definitely the best primer I've ever used, hands down. And just to clarify, I do mean that for an everyday foundation primer. Because this has SPF, it may likely flash back in photos. Now, I did mention mascara in the beginning of this video, and it's because I have a great new mascara, and I've been addicted to this. I use it every day, and because I have eyelash extensions, it looks weird when I'm not wearing any makeup, when I have a bare face, not to wear any mascara on my lower lashes. It just adds a little bit of balance. So I recently picked up this Marc Jacobs Feather Noir mascara at Sephora, and I wasn't sure how I felt about it because I had tried Clinique's little mascara before, and that one's just okay for me. My sister definitely likes it a lot more, but this Feather Noir has a super thin comb brush, and I love it. I mean, I would use this with a different mascara on my upper lashes if I didn't have eyelash extensions currently. And the reason I love this is because it doesn't make my lashes look clumpy. It just makes them straight and long and defined. There is no irritation. It's not a sticky formula. It's really light and perfect for my lower lashes. Plus, I think the packaging is quite sleek. It is modern. It's not too flashy, but it is different enough where I can spot it right away in my makeup bag. So I have been using this more than any other eye product, and because I don't wear eyeshadow or eyeliner every day anymore, mascara is my #1 go-to product. For now, this Feather Noir is my #1 mascara launch of 2016, and I think it will be very hard for a brand to top this. Now, I'm going to cheat a little bit here, but I'm going to show you two different hair masks because they are so awesome. They are so holy grail worthy that I had to show you both because they're meant for different hair types. So these are both by Christophe Robin, and this is the Cleansing Purifying Scrub with Sea Salt, and then I also have the Cleansing Mask with Lemon. So now that I do not wash my hair every day, my sister and I were talking about it recently, and towards 2 or 3 days in, we start to see a little bit of dandruff, and it's dry scalp. It's totally normal apparently. However, it's very unsightly and it's hard to get rid of. So we started using this purifying scrub with sea salt from Christophe Robin, and it is so fabulous. I mean, it's probably one of the best anti-dandruff shampoos or masks or treatments that I've ever tried. It's gentle, it doesn't have a strong smell. I was kind of intimidated by the sea salt in it. I thought it would make my dandruff worse, but I just use this along the scalp and it makes a huge difference. So if you have very oily hair or if you have very sensitive scalp, then I highly recommend this. I use it every other time I wash my hair. It just depends. If I go only one day, then I'll just stick to the cleansing mask with lemon. If I go 2 or 3 days without washing my hair, then I'll use the purifying scrub. The reason why I had to talk about the cleansing mask though is because it smells amazing. It's creamy, it makes my hair feel clean. It's just one step, so it cuts down on my shower time. I don't have to wait for my conditioner even if I'm done with the rest of my shower duties, and I just feel like this product, it smells out of this world good. I've actually tried quite a few of his products. I had read about them on French and English beauty blogger websites, but I just never had the chance to try the products because, you know, they weren't available in the US. But since they have launched at Sephora, I have access to all of them now, so I've been working my way through them. And this is the best thing I've discovered since Orbe, and it probably will eliminate all the Orbe in my bathroom for a while. So I highly recommend these. Alright, let's wind down with my fifth pick, which is the Hourglass Brilliant Strobe Light. So I have tried the other strobe lighting powders, but Brilliant is my favorite because I feel like it looks the best on my complexion. It's not too gold, it's not too warm, it's perfect in terms of color. And I will say that the sponge is interesting. It intrigues me. I haven't perfected it yet, but it is great for the Cupid's bow, for down the bridge of the nose. I like the soft matte pad at the bottom to blend out just the edges a little bit. But the bottom line is, whether you buy into the Hourglass Ambient Powder hype or not, this is a great highlighter. It is one of the best highlighter launches of 2016. Is it the best highlighter that I've ever used? Probably not, because I still prefer Clay to Pose. It feels a little creamier. It does really well on dry skin. This actually doesn't accentuate fine lines or pores as much as I thought it would. It's definitely better than other shimmery highlighters around this particular range in terms of price, in terms of performance. I think that the Ambients are beautiful products. The small silver compacts, the color selection, it was very well executed. So props to Hourglass and props to all the brands that are innovating in 2016. I am so excited that technology is improving, accessibility is improving, so I'm just overjoyed for everyone and for me, of course, that the big world of beauty is now becoming smaller. If you've tried any new 2016 beauty releases that I did not talk about in this video and that you think I definitely should put my attention to, then let me know in the comments, and I'll see you guys all very soon. Bye!